Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. That was the sound of the Just Nuts Band. And now from WVOX Radio and host of This Is Rock and Roll, we have Mr. Dennis, Dion Nardone.
Hello, Mary.
Hi, Dennis.
Hello, how are you? Are you ready for another edition of
sure
This
am.
Is Rock and Roll, a show that features the stars of the music world. And as usual, you look lovely. What a great dress. I got to tell you, I got to cool you down. You look too hot tonight. You look great. But anyway, I am ready. I have a very special guest for you tonight.
Okay.
I am going to surprise you. And we're going to go right to our guest. You're going to enjoy tonight's show. This is Rock and Roll. Welcome to another edition. This is Rock and Roll. Mary, thank you for that wonderful intro. And as always, you look beautiful. And thank you once again. This is Rock and Roll, name of the show. My name is Dennis Dion Nardone. And this is the show that features the stars who make it all happen. And tonight's show, we have something very, very special, and I look forward to it, and something about Johnny Mathis. And our producer, Vic Sabatini, is going to put something very special together. I'm looking forward to this. Vic, welcome to This Is Rock and Roll. And once again, you're behind the scenes, now you're here on camera. And, you know, I had to interview on the radio with Johnny Mathis. And you decided, you said, hey, with an icon like Johnny Mathis with an interview, let's try to put something on TV with this. So you are going to coordinate the interview with Johnny Mathis with some pictures, some videos. You got a little work ahead of you.
Yeah, well, I'm going to work with the team, Bronxnet team. We're going to put something together.
And, you know, he was so warm and so cordial
Right.
on the interview. You said, we got to put that on TV. And so I said, yeah, that's a great idea. So I look forward to that. But before we start the interview, I am so excited. We're back with the Bronx Summer Concerts in the Park.
I just found out about that this week.
Yeah. And you got some great bands.
Yeah.
Of course, Just Nuts Band will be
at Bafano Park Tuesday, August 27th. You got Alive and Kickin'.
Now, wait a minute. Just Nuts is, where's the park?
Bafano Park. That's between Waterbury and LaSalle.
All right.
And you have Pepe and Alive and Kickin'.
Pepe, Alive and Kickin' Band, they'll be down at the City Island.
The 29th.
29th.
You also got FDR Drive.
FDR Drive. And they're going to be at Veterans Park. And this is all sponsored by New York City Councilman Mark Chonai.
That's right.
And so if you go to his website or call his office, you can get all the information about the concerts, the times, and the places.
And the schedule's probably Facebook, Twitter. I mean,
yeah. Well, anyway, we look forward to that. All right. With that, Vic, let's get to this interview with the icon Johnny Mathis. And again, you put this all together, so great job. I haven't seen it yet, so I look forward to it.
Hope you enjoy it.
Yes, I think our listeners and viewers will enjoy it as well. So let's go to the interview on my radio show with the icon, the great Johnny Mathis. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the phone lines because on the telephone is one of the true, legendary, talented performers of all time with big, huge record song hits like Chances Are, Wonderful, Wonderful, Misty, It's Not For Me To Say, Maria, 12th of Never. The list goes on and on. Many, many, many albums, TV, movies, you name it. Ladies and gentlemen, the iconic, talented performer will be once again performing on Thursday, June 14th, 8 p.m. at the NYCB Theater at Westbury in Westbury, Long Island. Tickets on sale right now at the Westbury box office or by going to livenation.com. So with that, let's say hello to Mr. John Royce Mathis, known, of course, as Johnny Mathis. Johnny Dennis Nardone, so nice to speak to you once again. How are you, sir?
Well, Dennis, thank you very much. I did all that. I don't remember. Maybe, oh, gosh, that's a lot, what you said. I did.
Yeah, you did.
That's fine, thank you. I spend an awful lot of time trying to keep myself physically in shape, and that means getting up early, going to the gym. But, you know, it's when I was a kid, I was a high jumper and a hurdler on the track team, so I get accustomed to exercising, and I think it might help. Who knows?
Well, as you mentioned now, as an athlete, and we might as well say you were basically an athlete before you were a performer, and I mean that's what I feel. And of course, you had that shot to go to the Olympics. I mean, that's a lot of things a lot of people don't know about that with you.
Yeah, I was in college looking forward to the trials at the Olympics, which were being held in Berkeley at the University of California. And during the same week, I got an opportunity to make my first recording. I had to hightail it to New York, and that was the beginning. I lost out on my big athletic career, but who knows how far that would have gone. But anyway, yeah, my dad, my mom, my brothers and sisters, we were all over the moon about my contract for Columbia Records.
Well, anyway, you're coming back to New York, and of course you've been around the world so many times, but how does it feel coming back to the Great Big Apple, and of course you'll be at Westbury Thursday, June 14th. Excited about coming back to perform for the people of New York and the tri-state area?
Absolutely. They're the most wonderful audience in the world. I remember when I first left my home in California, first place I went to was New York, and fell in love with not only the music that was available there, but also I made a lot of friends, and fortunately some of them are still around, and I get to see them when I come to Westbury, and I'm really looking forward to that. It's a wonderful theater around. I love it very much.
Yes, it's everyone is so close to the artist. I think the furthest seat is only like 35 feet away. So everyone's very close to you, and you can feel the audience. So that has to be something very special for a performer, to feel the audience. Because sometimes you get on stage and you don't even see thousands of people. But in a venue like Westbury, everyone is so close, and it's got that nice feeling that someone is there listening so close to you.
It's wonderful. I look forward to it all the time.
Johnny Mathis, Thursday, June 14th at the Westbury Theater. You mentioned your father, John. He was in the music business, right? Is that where you basically got your talents from? Wasn't he in vaudeville or something like that?
My dad was a wonderful singer. He's the reason that I sang and that I do sing. Right from the beginning, he suggested a voice teacher, and I said, "Pop, I don't have to have a voice teacher. You taught me how to sing." He says, no. We'll get a teacher. And he was so right. He was my best pal. Yeah. He and my mom raised 7 children on domestic wages. I can't say enough about how important that was to the beginning of my life and my career.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And of course, it all started in Texas, and then you ended up in California. Now, I can go through all the numbers of all your albums and records and platinum and gold, and can sit here all day long and talk about all the numbers. It's amazing, and you got to be so proud of what you've done in your life. But besides all those numbers, and I think you're right up there with like Sinatra and Presley, and maybe even the Beatles as all-time performing records of selling records and recordings. Is that true?
Big deal, yeah. Oh my goodness, right there with all of them. It's amazing, because here I am. What am I? 82 years old. I started and made my first recordings when I was 19. Mm-hmm. I'm still kicking, and hopefully got a couple of more performances in line. Yeah. Johnny
Mathis coming back to the New York area once again, Westbury at the NYCB Theater, Westbury, Thursday, June 14th. Get your tickets before they really sell out, and I know they've been selling, by the way, and with a couple of weeks to go. And so, Johnny, now, of course, so many influences in your life in the early days when you were a youngster. Could you name a few that you really followed and you say, boy, I love this singing, I love this style, and influence you in the world of music?
Oh, there were so many. I loved watching beautiful women sing on the stage, and the prettiest one and the one that had such an influence on me was Lena Horne.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
I eventually, over the years, met some of my vocal heroes like Sarah Vaughan, Ella Fitzgerald, and to this day, I still treasure the moments that I spent talking to these iconic people. And they were the ones who motivated me as a youngster. Remember that I got all my stuff going at a very early age, and I needed some kind of reassurance about, what's going to happen to me. And along the way, meeting a lot of these wonderful ladies who were so successful, and rightfully so. They're the best of the best. So I was very fortunate to meet them early on and to be influenced by them.
Yes. I got to say this, Johnny. Now, of course, you're a romantic singer, all the great ballads, great songs. But when I think of Johnny Mathis, I think of Christmas. That Christmas was not Christmas without Johnny Mathis and the special and all your great albums that you put out. And you singing a Christmas song, it was so very special and holiday festive. Am I on the right track here? Because that's how I feel. I mean, you get that from a lot of people. It's just not Christmas unless you see Johnny Mathis or hear his music.
Well, when I was a little kid, Christmas, of course, for a big family, is like the most important holiday of the year. So I was looking for some way to when I started recording, some way to verify that.
Yeah.
And the first thing that I asked when I had a couple of hit records, can I sing some Christmas music for my mom and my dad, who always made Christmas so special for us as youngsters? And that's the way it started. I wanted my dad, my mom to hear me sing Christmas songs and have that come around in the house, during Christmas time.
Yeah.
And, of course, over the years, I got a chance to meet some extraordinarily gifted musicians who influenced me and recorded all of the Christmas albums that I've made over the years. And it's a very, very big part of my musical career, and I'm very, very grateful for all the people who helped me along the way realize that. And I recorded every Christmas song I ever knew, and some that I didn't even know.
Do you have a favorite one?
I think because of my fondness for Nat King Cole and his music over the years, I think his version of the Christmas song, Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Nat King Cole, and I recorded it. I loved it, and he was a wonderful influence in my life. And I always think of him at Christmas time.
Right. And, well, just like I always think about you. And I remember those TV shows, sitting around the family, with the family, and you sitting like on a stool and the snow falling down behind you, and you singing Christmas songs. Johnny Mathis, our guest, Thursday, June 14th. Box office, get your ticket to NYCB Theater Westbury, or go to livenation.com. Don't miss this show. And, the last time we spoke, Johnny, I threw this name at you, and you said so many nice things. Connie Cox, C-O-X.
That's the lady who I met when I was 12 or 13 years old. I was introduced to her by someone who was